Welcome to the Nourish and Restore podcast with Nina and me, Nicole, where we bring all things nourishing and restorative to you, your body, mind, and soul. A chance for you to enjoy simple tools to help you live a happier, healthier, and more peaceful life. Join our conversation as we explore our interesting theme for today. Hi everybody, welcome to Nourish and Restore podcasts with me, Nicole Angelica Panzer. Week 2 of our October theme being how to listen to our body. Now, I know you guys have heard me talking about this a lot, and I just believe that it is so important for us to connect with ourselves, connect with our body, connect with our emotions in order for us to really be able to assist ourselves in moving forward. So, for instance, have you ever had a moment where you've wished you hadn't done something, or wished you hadn't gone to that sporting event, or, wished you hadn't perhaps said yes to going to that party? Have decisions ever allowed you to feel anxious, nervous, scared? And sometimes even on a physical level, have you caused an imbalance to move even further out of balance? So when I say listening to our body, it's, listening to all levels of our body. So it can be something physically related, maybe an injury from sport, or just from overuse of a joint or muscle. It can be something emotional, something that you might have experienced, something that you might have said, done. It can also be something mental. Sometimes we find ourselves in a negative emotion, and then when we think about it too often and too much, we almost allow ourselves to go down this negative fear spiral. And sometimes it can also be something spiritual, I know that sometimes when we find a new way of being, or we find something that, really resonates with us, we start to see things a little bit black and white. The way we do it is the right way, the way, I'm feeling right now is the right way. And it's not always the case. It's very important for us to stay open, be able to look at different viewpoints, so that we can really look at everything from a bigger picture and be able to find a different perspective, the way we see things perhaps. So through listening to my body and through connecting with myself on a daily basis, and sometimes I do this multiple times during the day, sometimes I only do it once, I have been able to really shortcut my lessons, so often in the past I would have done stupid things, although my body's already told me not to do that, and from those repercussions I've wasted a lot of time. And I'm not saying that we need to do this to go through life faster or to learn our lessons faster, but I really feel that by being able to listen to our body, we can, through connecting with ourselves, we can allow ourselves to move through life more easily and really then find the joyfulness in life, the balance, and make the best out of every situation. So how do I do that? How do I check into myself? When do I check into myself? I know it's a big question that I get asked from a lot of people that are busy, working 40 hours a week, have kids and husbands and sport and all sorts of things. So there's times during the day that you can use to quickly check in on yourself. One of the times that I love is lying in bed, too lazy to get up, especially with our colder months at the moment, in autumn here in Austria. While I'm lying in bed, kind of getting myself ready to get up, I quickly check through my body. Sometimes when I do yoga in the morning before I start my day, while I'm on the loo, while I'm brushing my teeth, while I'm making breakfast, sometimes during the day, while I'm eating my lunch, a bit of mindfulness practice. In the evening when I'm driving home with a train, or if you're commuting with people, don't check in on yourself, please, while you're driving. I wouldn't recommend that. And then also in the evening after dinner, when I'm getting ready for bed, brushing my teeth, or as I'm getting into bed, taking a few moments to just really come down from my day, which is also really, really beautiful practice. So how do I check in on myself? So if nothing is acute at the moment, if nothing's really on the periphery, something that I'm already kind of sorting through, then I ask myself the simple question of how am I? How am I doing? I close my eyes, I center myself, I take a couple of nice deep breaths and really feel myself relaxing. And often you notice that your body starts to relax once you start to take a couple of nice deep sighs, breaths in and sigh out. Yeah, and you start to ask yourself, how am I feeling? And then perhaps some emotions arise, perhaps a sensation. Look into that a little bit deeper. Ask what it's all about. Where are you coming from? Why am I feeling this? And then sometimes we can have some flashbacks. Perhaps for our kids, it was something that somebody said at school that made them upset, and now they're carrying this emotion with them. It can be something that a colleague or a friend or a partner said to you. It can be something as simple as you driving your car and somebody hooted at you out of nowhere. It can already be that you're already feeling an emotion, inquiring into that. It can be that you're already feeling a discomfort in your body, in your legs, in your arms, your back. Often with the lower back, it can be related to support, not feeling supported. One of the exercises that I also like to do when we are feeling a physical imbalance is to perhaps feel into the physical imbalance and see if there's a cord attached to it, following that cord to see who's at the end of the cord. Sometimes it can be somebody that you've had altercations with. With the lower back, sometimes it can be a partner that we don't feel supported by, and then reminding ourselves again that we need to be able to support ourselves. Yes, obviously that's beautiful if our partner can support us too, but to really find that support in ourselves. With our knees, often it's not wanting to move forward. Our kids often have knee pain, because maybe something happened at school and now they don't want to go back to school, or at soccer they've injured their knees, and why is it that they don't want to move forward? So these are just some examples that can come up, that we can ask into, feel into. Once we know what the situation is or kind of have an idea about it, we can ask ourselves, how do we move through this? How can we make this better? I know some of you might be thinking, but then you can ask for anything, you can, like the kids can ask for games and visualize themselves getting that. I often find that if it's a material thing that is what we're asking for is the answer in return, then it's a very short-lived satisfaction, a very short-lived balance. That emotion will come back again after at least a couple of hours or perhaps even a day. But if it's something like saying maybe go for a nice walk. I feel like going for a walk on the mountain. I feel like going for a walk on the beach. Maybe, spoil myself with a nice hot cup of chocolate or an ice cream. Just feel into what you're needing. Maybe you need to go buy some flowers for yourself, freshen up the energy at home. book yourself a massage. There are many things that can come to the forefront to help you soothe and move through whatever you're going through. So yes, to really cherish those moments of checking in, because those moments of checking in allow us to move deeper into ourselves, allow us to know ourselves better, allow us to function better and move forward better, and in future already maybe foresee things and say, oh, okay, this is happening again, I need to do X, Y, Z to get myself back into balance quickly. One thing I wanted to say about an imbalance in emotions: if we are feeling an emotion, it's very important for us to allow that emotion to be felt, to be heard, to be seen, maybe write about it, write about how this emotion makes you feel, and then maybe write about how you would rather feel, and then you can ask yourself what can you do to rather move into that positive feeling mode, listen to music, draw something, phone a friend, whatever comes up for you there. Emotions are not something for us to carry through life. Emotions, especially negative emotions, when we carry them for too long, they weigh us down, can make us feel very depressed. So it's important for us to move through them, to acknowledge them, to let them go. I'm just trying to think if there's anything else. I will obviously post this on Instagram as well and on YouTube for you to really check in on yourself and listen to the series as often as you need to. I know that every time we listen to something else maybe comes to the forefront and that you might have not heard from the first time. I will also put some more tips and tricks into Instagram post. Also perhaps add some the emotional body, where do we feel emotions and what can often arise, to assist you with. And other than that, I hope that I have been able to assist you. I hope that you've been able to take something away with you to help you on a daily basis to allow yourself to move back into balance and back into equilibrium more easily. And stay tuned. Next week we will have some more insight on how to listen to your body, and this time how to be able to bring balance into your body easily too. So I'm sending so much love to you all. Have a blessed day further, a beautiful week, and so much love from me. Ciao for now.
Thank you for listening to Nourish and Restore podcasts today. To find out more about Nourish and Restore, visit our website or Facebook page, nourishandrestore.yoga. For more information on working with Nina Sachs, visit www.yogaa.co.za. And to work with me, Nicole Angelica Panzer, visit www.lov-me.com. Links will be in the show notes. We look forward to catching up with you next week. Namaste and have a nourishing